Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the Mountaineers and a fan base that has been, shall we say, preparing since early in the morning for the battle we have in store. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see, the Georgia Southern Eagles taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the West Virginia Mountaineers will have some work to do after that short return. Here he comes, and obviously a defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
On the option. The pitch. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the...
He'll take the deep shot. Throwing down the sideline, and it's a big play down the right side.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work as well.
They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Mountaineers are flying down the field. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The inside handoff. Noses his way forward, maybe gets 1. They'll mark it at the 18. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback moving. Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Mountaineers line it up with a first and goal. Try to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. See if they can get it done on second. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, West Virginia.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels. They did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll pitch it. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires toward the target. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Tulane delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in New Orleans. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the American. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Discards a man. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Give to the fullback. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. On the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Handoff to the fullback. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He'll bring it back. It's Buck. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Only in the hops. He's loose. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a 1st down. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. A 3rd and long coming up here. They want to throw it. Quick strike complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Bringing it back, it's Buck. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really... Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, West Virginia. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
West Virginia, 27.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Line gets set, first down. They'll run the option. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Goes to the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Working that left side. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. On the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And the fullbacks are just big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Now on 2nd down. He's there to make the stop. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. The snap sets up the throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. How about delivering that touchdown pass when your molars and your incisors got rattled around about the same time?
He's going to need a minute to go over and give the comments on the sidelines, but I think after throwing that touchdown pass, that's going to give this QB a ton of confidence moving forward.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. Back to the ground game on the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The give to the tailback. Shakes off the tackler. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Coming after him. He'll try to do it himself. Turns it on in midfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Down, West Virginia.
Comes out throwing on first down. With the catch, it's locked. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The back goes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's locked. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
West Virginia.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires and picked off. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Touch pass on the line. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And he knocks another one through it. How about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The quarterback takes a knee. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Morgantown. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. The option look. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Eagles will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Sends it downfield, and he makes the catch inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often, and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
The expressway is wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's got it. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. Looking for the score. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and...
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the pummeling has started. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys...
Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field.
1st down, West Virginia.
Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the punishment has been extended. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 5 over Virginia Tech. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play, too. You get the ball to the fullback. You're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the blitz gets to him just like that. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Running it back, it's Buck. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Looking for space. It's Luck. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Open. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw. They're working that left side, and they swarm him under.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it on the counter. Ball is free. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, West Virginia! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. He's looking to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the return, it's Buck. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
At the 45 on his way. Hit the afterburners, kid. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done. And as a result, they stay undefeated.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on second and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Release to the back. He's got it. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man on the right. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Aerial assault continues. Got his man quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. On the move, it's Buck. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well.
And he breaks into the open. Past the 30. 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got his man.
And this game is obviously out of hand, but I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 40, there he goes. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires on the move.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. They're trying to get to it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a rushing blow at this point in the game. One more play to pad the stats. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it at the tag. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement, the epilogue, the finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College.